You guys had some weak legs though. You guys don't.
He's not my team. He's supposed to. Yeah, of course. Man, you also. We gave you Semantic also.
I was very disappointed in Chelsea. Hello guys, I welcome you to another fantastic edition of Football Extremist. Like I always say, we don't do violence, we only talk football, and we take football to a different level. And with me in the studio here, I have two football fanatics. So these guys are crazy about their clubs. Fast. You can't even shut them down. That is when it comes to their own club, the club they support. You can't shut them down, which is Wale and Raphael. Wale is a Man U fan and Raphael a Chelsea fan. So before I say anything, I just want them to say something because I want to hit them like a big rock. So I want them to say something. Okay, Wale, from you.
Well, there's nothing more to say. The results are there, the statistics are there. I support the best team in the world. We have so much accolades and history to back it up, and we are playing Champions League football this season.
Wow. Raphael, the Chelsea fan.
All right, well, if you step outside, the sky is blue, and of course, Chelsea is still one of the best London clubs. Even the last London club to win the UEFA Champions League under Thomas Tuchel. So we have a lot to celebrate.
So let me ask you, with your disappointing performance last season, how do you think they can live up to expectation this season? Because people really write them off last season. Because a top club like Chelsea going down. So how do you think they can live up to expectation this season? How do you think they are going to perform this season with the set of players they just signed? So I want to hear your thought on that.
All right. Starting with, we recently signed Mauricio Pochettino, and he started his coaching job on July 1st. And also we had to chase out those guys that are not willing to give their all to the team. Okay. So one or two signings there, Christopher Nkuku, Jackson, and also they like to join the team. Well, finding ourselves 12th on the table last season was no joke at the first Marcus. I literally cannot even say anything because banter. So let's see. We have new guys on board. We have people that are willing to give their all. So I'm hopeful for this season.
All right.
I would say our performance was encouraging following the previous season.
Okay.
You know, the previous season we didn't even make it to Champions League, and we had very, very poor performance. But compared to last season, it was a good come up. And for the manager Eric Ten Hag, it was his first season, and he was able to bag a trophy, the Carabao Cup. So I would say it was a good comeback for us. And these things are not automatic. You can't just recover from such a sloppy season and then swing into
Action.
Exactly, winning trophies, it's a gradual process, it takes gradual steps. So I'll say the last season was a testament to how quick we are able to recover from whatever challenges we had going on. And I'm confident this season won't be any different. With the fresh legs we have on board, we're talking Mason Mount, talking Highland, or some people call him Hodgland. We have these guys, we have playmaker keeper. I call him the playmaker keeper, Onana. He likes to get involved.
Number 10.
Play. Yeah, exactly.
Number 10.
So he likes to get involved in the play. Yes, I have some concerns when it comes to his, aggressive nature and how he likes to come out or go. It's considering the fact David De Gea won the Golden Boot, the Golden Glove last season. I'm a little bit worried. Those shoes are very big for him to fill. But in a nutshell, I'll say we are ready. Last season was a testament of how deadly we can be as the Devils, and this season won't be any different. So watch out, Chelsea. Watch out, Arsenal. Manchester United.
Can someone ask me about
Manchester United is coming.
I'm really feeling I'm really feeling the hype that this season,
To be fair, you should.
Though my club last season performed, beyond my expectation.
But you gave us the big heart attack because first on the table, and then you just lost.
No. I'm not really concerned about the trophy. My happiness, my excitement came from the way my players stood up to confront some big teams. Teams like Chelsea, Liverpool, before. on our previous season, we aren't that bold enough.
Yeah, sure.
We aren't that bold enough to confront these teams. But last season was different, and we have the youngest team in the Premier League last season. So I was very excited, like that my team can stand up to the occasion. You understand? Fight, not only fight, work as a team. You understand? Work as a team. I'm really happy, and with the likes of players we bought last season, was really Ateta and Edu really did a good job on that. They really worked their ass out on that, and I give kudos to them. Really, big kudos to them. And I believe this season, with the set of players that came in this season, wow. This season, you guys should watch out. You guys should watch out this season. Because I can't wait for the season to kickstart. Because it's starting by weekend. So I can't wait for the season to kickstart. So we should wear the garment of Premier League, the new season. We should wear all the garments. Let's see what will happen this season. Let's see what will happen. So moving on, I want to hear your views on the transfer window that just. Is it closed or not?
No, it's still open until end of the year.
Okay, so the transfers that have been made, players coming in, players going out. Wally, what do you think about the transfer window?
We've seen some big moves. We've seen some shocking moves, and for me, for one, I would say this season is going to be interesting because last season Premier League was very competitive. I think we had some of the highest statistics last season.
Number of goals scored.
Exactly. So following that momentum, I know this season is going to be explosive. I'm not so pleased as a Man U fan with transfer window. I feel we should have done. We should have done more. And but anyways, I'm still positive, and I have faith in our manager Eric Ten Hag. So and I've also seen the likes of Chelsea Chelsea due to build up the trumpet.
Well, okay, perfect.
Okay, the discussion would have been who did the best market this transfer window. Of course, it's Chelsea. Like we chipped out 11 players. 11 players is just a full team. So a goalkeeper and 10 players. Of course, we sold Mason Mount to Man U. We sold Edouard Mendy. We sold Koulibaly. Havertz to Arsenal. So it's no argument at all that Chelsea did one of the best transfer market deal this season.
I think
in what sense? Is it by selling or by buying?
Alright, well, Chelsea over the years has been known to be buying, but this time around, Todd Bowley did one that they had to sell. Because getting as high as 60 million on Mason Mount and also 60 plus on Havertz is also because over the years you never get to see Chelsea sell players, so they had more intake compared to the number of players they just had to sign to. So we did the best.
You guys had some good legs, so you guys don't.
It's also we gave him Mason Mount.
I was very disappointed in Chelsea. Sorry for using that word. The reason was that they have some experienced players on their side. Well-fitted players, but still yet they could not, fight. So thank you, match up. Match up. Just imagine some lower clause. Don't let me say lower clause because the reason why I say lower clause, some clubs that came from that promoted to the Premier League, beating Chelsea last season. You understand? I can count the amount of matches they won last season.
I guess it's all football.
You understand? I can even account for the draws they had last season. It was very, very, very disappointing. Seriously, it was very, very disappointing. I felt they should have done better with their new buyer owner. They should have done better, but it was very awful last season. It was very, very awful. But I believe this season things might change.
Of course,
Things might
definitely.
change.
Expect more.
No, it's not by mouth.
Pochettino is in town.
It is not by mouth.
It's by action.
It is not by mouth.
And just so you know,
And forget
the
the
recently
preseason-
completed
the preseason match.
Exactly.
so my
I would
USA
say that.
won a trophy. Yeah, won a trophy. Yeah,
Don't match it with the preseason match.
of course, but at least we can take out that.
Preseason is quite different from the real season. Shey don't match it up with preseason. Shey
I think I have some faith in Chelsea. You know, I'm not a Chelsea fan, but over the years, I've seen what they can do. I feel like the whole change, you know, the new buyer, the change of the manager, it all took, you know, yes, he had his toll on the team in total. And these things are about to happen when those changes, technical changes happen. But let's see how quick they're able to recover from that.
Do you think did the best signing out of these clubs? Okay, we can only talk about the Premier League because that's where we support. That's where our team. Sure. So we can only talk about the Premier League. So which club do you think did the best signing? Like for you, had the best signing at this transfer window and still counting because if I'm right, it is the window is going to be closed by 12 p.m. a.m. on Thursday because the season is starting on Friday. So it's going to close 12 a.m. Thursday, if I'm right. So which club do you think did the best signing for you?
Definitely not my. Definitely not
So
definitely not my.
You remove the logo on your eye before
We sold Benzema to you guys, and you can't call Benzema one of the best signings for this season. You can't.
No. Benzema is a good player.
You can, of course, but you can't compare to what because if you are comparing stats and checking the club the player is moving from to the new club is moving. Of course, I'm not saying Chelsea is that, but I'm just saying you can't say this amount is one of the best signings for this season.
Yeah, you have such guts, attacking Man U after finishing 12 by last season. But I'm going to let you, spill your lot. But I have to say, Declan Rice moved to Arsenal.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's a very good buy.
Sure.
Yes, we have Partey in a similar position, but at the same time, you need backup players because injuries happen. Take a look at Manchester United. During the towards the end of the season, where we had Rashford out, we had Lisandro Martinez out, we had Varane out. Some key players. So I think Declan Rice, he was a very he was a well sorted after player in this window, and I think Arsenal securing that just shows how serious and how ready to get to business they are this season. What I would say is concerning Man U is yes, Hojlund is in here, Hojlund like it's pronounced. He's a young player, he's hungry for success. I think he's a good buy. Even though his stats are not so great, but as a growing player, I think he has that hunger, he has that drive, and he can only get better under a manager like Erik ten Hag because he demands a lot from his players. And now I'll talk about Chelsea. It's not about buying everybody.
It's not
about making everybody
building process.
So I'm hoping that heavy budget you use.
Sorry to cut short. Because what I felt is, let's take ourselves back to last season. The spirit was high last season when Chelsea were buying players.
Exactly.
And the players they bought, they are all matured players, experienced players. So look at the end results.
Exactly.
Look at the end results.
It happens is football.
They came out, they played woefully. Only came in thinking money can do everything for him. That was why they came out of the season last season.
But come to think of that, not because Todd Bowley has been pronounced as a money bag, but then if you remember, even before Abramovich sold to a consortium guy which included Todd Bowley, he had to battle this situation with England as a whole. So in actual sense, that's also transited into the team. Because if you get to check, the few matches in the season, Chelsea were scoring another long, every season started going into the dash, like trying to pick piece of what, because they had their owner might just have to relieve or sell the club to another owner. Like the whole attitude just suddenly changed. And also that was why when Todd took over the club, they had to do uniforms, signing new players. But knowingly, those guys came from other clubs to England. I think it was within England. Of course, maybe perhaps the story would have been different. So at least their attitude and what they give back to the team was not able to even carry.
That was Arteta's idea.
First of all, I like to say there is no excuse for failure.
Of course, there's
always a result to show for it.
Yes, position is a shameful
But at least we
performance.
did not relegate. So at least it's still part of.
No. It's not about the relegation, but you understand. My own disappointing aspect is that they are not going to go to trying to play any European tournament. No. A team like Chelsea that won
A top 4 team.
That won the Champions League last
What
season.
World Cup?
Was it last 2 seasons?
Yes.
So for them not to go
It's football. It's football.
It's
Milan went through similar phase like when they derailed totally. It's all football. It's one now they are back to their
slack, it's football and
It's
they
of
think that
course,
happen.
yes, of
But you
course.
have to admit it's a shameful performance.
I wouldn't think as a shame because that was what I said in football because at least it's still 12th on the table and not us relegating down.
I just pray this season will be a good
Of course, it should. We are already doing our homework already, so we get to see
I
what we have.
hope so. We hope so.
We hope so.
So surprise you guys.
All right. So, what are your expectations? Not Chelsea, not Man U, not Arsenal. The season as a whole. What are your expectations for this season?
Well, I'm so excited. The weekends have been boring. Premier League is back. Exactly.
I miss the Premier League.
EPL is back, baby. I'm so
I miss the
excited to. On a wider note, I think that, like we said, last season the statistics were something else.
Okay.
High amount of goals ever recorded. I think highest amount of goals ever recorded, if I'm right. So I think I can't wait to see the build-up from that momentum, from that passion, from that hunger from the teams and the players. Man U is back on top 4. Arsenal were one step closer to lifting that trophy. They've been working hard.
That was a thrilling experience.
Chelsea can't wait to
Really broke my heart.
Exactly.
I used to break
Chelsea can't wait to redeem themselves from last season's performance. So this season is going to be wild. So I just can't wait. That's my expectation.
Rafael.
All right. Well, I would just like to chip this in now. Hope Saudi League is around the corner. So at least maybe we might have little of our attention diverted to Saudi because we have Ronaldo and Mane recently joined Benzema, Kante.
Okay.
You can mention those players that have gone to Saudi, but not leaving out the EPL because EPL has this thing.
I want to ask a question concerning that, but that will be on a previous. So, you can continue.
Okay, now, the Premiership never stops giving us that form because our Saturdays are no longer boring. EPL is here, so we will expect to see another James Bond move from Alan because 53 goals on the bounce last season was just no brainer. And also to add to it, Chelsea, since we are out of European League competition, of course, let's just come and see if we can just have this hand on the league or even perhaps get closer to top. Of course, it won't be easy because those teams that we are able to beat on the like normally, we are those ones that have just beaten Chelsea last. So we need to just try and revive our spirit psychologically. We need to get back on that track. That we need to recognize those that we are competing with, the likes of Man U, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, and perhaps maybe Tottenham, and also know those which are the middle table, like the likes of they have Brentford and the like. So we also have to know how to play them and also get back on track. So I can't just wait to see what my boys Chelsea and Poch is ready to give to us.
For me, Arafat was very boring. Waking up on Friday and nothing to watch for the whole weekend.
Wow.
So boring. So boring. I had to start watching basketball. To tell you how boring it was. So I'm very happy. The EPL is back. We're starting Friday, and the first match will be Man City Burnley. We're starting Friday. EPL is starting Friday, and the roof will be banging. The roof will be banging. In fact, I'm really excited. Really excited, and I look forward to a great performance a great performance from the board of directors, from the players, from the coaches, everybody. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope this season will favor my team.
I want Chelsea in our classes also.
I hope this season will favor my team. Really. I hope this season will favor my team. We're out of Premier League now, and look at the UCL, the Champions League, coming up next season. This season also. So which English club do you think will really do well? You understand? Really do well, because we have like 4 English clubs going to India. Liverpool.
Liverpool didn't make it. They have Man City, we have Man U, and we have Newcastle.
Okay, Newcastle.
Yes.
Sorry. So talk about Newcastle. They're just coming to the Champions League. Okay, now, so out of those 4 clubs, which club do you think will do very well, that will make the English FA proud, the England fans proud, and the world as a whole proud? Which English club do you think will do very well?
Personally, I think all 4 of them are on fire,
Okay.
and I think they will do so well. Definitely, I'm a Manchester United fan.
I was expecting that to come out. I was expecting that to come out.
No, leave him.
Oh my
He's
God,
supporting
man.
his team, so let him.
Oh my
God.
And this is another, how would I put it? We like to call it ginger. This is another ginger for my boys. This is another thing to make them, focus. Like, we've not been here for a bit, so now that we are back, let's dominate. Also, the other Manchester side, which is Man City, they're the defending champions,
Of course,
and I think they will, pull their weight as champions. Now let's talk about, before we go to Arsenal, let's talk about Newcastle for a while. Newcastle, I think they deserve some credit.
Eddie Howe has been doing a great job.
Newcastle has been fantastic, and if they can keep up with that drive, that pace, that performance from last season, I'm sure they will go far.
Talking about Newcastle, they've been like an underdog.
Yes.
In the Premier League. You understand? But last season was very, very. I'm still imagining that Newcastle, a underdog team, coming back revived.
Yeah.
You understand? And not only playing in the Premier League like that, and even qualifying for the Champions League. If I'm making top 4, I can never imagine a club like Newcastle playing Champions League. A football game you can't predict it.
Yes.
Something you can't predict. But for Newcastle, I'm wowed. Really, I'm wowed. So, Rafa.
Alright, for the 4 teams you mentioned, it's just so sad that Chelsea is not part of the teams.
Don't worry, you try your luck.
Of course. Okay, let me start with the defending of the reigning champions, Man City. Of course, the momentum is still there. Haaland is still fit, strong, and ready to still banging goals, and also Guardiola already sold few players. He feel they might just be for supplement to other program, 1 or 2 reinforcements here and there. And also, I'm expecting Arsenal to come with a bang, because they really give us the feeling.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Because almost everybody wanted to just see a new champion emerge, like Arsenal. Broke almost every fan has, but you guys are forgiving already. And also Newcastle. One thing most people never knew about Newcastle, because Eddie Howe has been with that team for, it seems, 3 seasons going. So it will be doing behind the scene plan. Yeah, of course. So we don't just come out of the blue star strikers. They even defeated Chelsea. I remember they beat Chelsea at their home ground, and also Man U. Speaking of it, Man U, of course, Man U has no, is still one.
And even Man City, they surprised the world by beating.
I wouldn't say it's a surprise, because all these guys have been doing their own work for years. So imagine champion this season. I knew that they are going to win, because now look at the run. They defeated Bayern of all people. They defeated Real Madrid of all people. So if you are taking out the former champions of the Champions League, of course you are supposed to be the champion, because I was not even seeing Inter to be in that final. I was expecting a whitewash, but Inter was able to do 1 or 2 maneuver to just they lost 1-0 to Man City. Of course, Man U still hold one of the prestigious club in England. I'll just give you that. So at least I expect Man U to come out with that force, because anytime it's a night of Champions League at the Theatre of Dreams, it's always something explosive. So I expect England club to do better this season.
For me, I can't pinpoint an English club that will do well. I can't place my hand on any of them. The reason is because the four club are on fire. They really did well last season. So likes of I can only say Man City being the defending champion. Okay, but we don't know what will happen this season because all the four clubs are not underdogs.
Sure.
You understand? They are not underdogs.
Yes.
We can't expect what's going to come out from them.
Sure.
This season.
Sure.
So I can't pinpoint that whether it's Man U or Man City or Arsenal or Newcastle, where I felt they are going to do well. They are going to give the rest of the clubs coming for the competition the back for their money. The run for their money.
Yeah.
Yes. You mentioned, was it you or him about the Saudi clubs?
The Saudi club.
Okay. Now about the Saudi clubs now coming into the limelight now. You understand? With their massive signing, buying players. You understand? Saudi league, let's say 3, 4 years, 5 years ago, they are not.
They are as pronounced as what we
understand?
have. Sure.
But now, maybe all I felt is they want to promote, not only their league but their country.
Few years back, I didn't even know there was a Saudi league. Obviously, I knew a big football there, but I knew it was something so big or active. But now, I'm watching their games on YouTube.
What do you think about the players coming into the Saudi league? The likes of Ronaldo, Benzema, Mane, and some great players coming to the Saudi league. Even not only players, even coaches.
Yeah.
Some coaches coming to the Saudi league now. So what do you think? What's your take on that?
I think it's a beautiful strategy, and I think it's working just fine. A few years back, you won't even find me. I didn't even know a Saudi league existed. But now, I check the highlights, I watch out for my idol Ronaldo, and that has created a huge following for the Saudi league, and even the culture and the country. Some people are beginning to take interest, and I think it's actually a nice one, and I think they should continue that.
Perfect.
All right. For that, he's going to also help their host team bid for FIFA World Cup in the coming years. So, and of course, not just the money only, because once you have big figure playing in your league, like Ronaldo is, of course, not the GOAT, or maybe some person's GOAT, or vice versa, like just Messi, of course. In your league, his presence alone, like when he joined, when he went to sign for Ronaldo, their Instagram follower jumped maybe 400 or 500%. So the influence itself is just the impact, the power he pushes, the recognition, and also the interest it brings to the league is something to also do. And also having other players come to the league like Benzema, of course, what he has achieved in Madrid. And also Kante, also having him beside Mane, having Mendy and the likes also going to Saudi. So it's going to project Saudi into a larger platform when it comes to the world stage, because we don't want to see Premiership only, the La Liga, the Italian league. We also want to see something different from the Asian guys. Let's see what they have for us also.
Okay. Well, I hope this is a wake-up call for other countries.
Yeah, sure. Nigeria also, Nigeria sense.
Pump more money on their football, on their leagues.
Yeah.
Because nobody ever expected Saudi. No, I know they have the money, but the fame, and these are really drawn fame to their country. I don't want us to leave without talking about our home. In the aspect of the Falcons, crashing out of the World Cup at this early stage. Though to me they did well. Sure. You understand? They did well. They gave it their fight. They fought well. You understand? But I still see some aspect of inferiority complex in those players. You understand? Matching up with some high ranking players in the world. You understand? But I still felt they really do it because some players were just coming in, playing the world for the first time.
Yes.
While some have been playing before. So combining them together and again a new coach, and bringing them together. The vibe won't be that 100%. You understand?
Yes.
But I felt they did yours. So to you, what do you think really happened?
Okay, well, personally, I think it's a good team, and I feel if they can grow, because we have players of two different generations, exactly. Yes, so if they can grow as a team, they will do a whole lot more. And like you said, they put up a good fight. I saw the games. They played well. I enjoyed it, and I was even surprised. Our Falcons can do it. Yes, exactly. We bring it to the other points. The England side is a very strong side. Tactical and experienced. Exactly. So to see our Falcons, take on that team and play a goalless draw is actually a commendable performance. So the only thing I feel like we could have done better was tactical aspect when it came down to the penalties. Yes, you could tell the coach or the coaching staffs they wanted to reserve the best for last. But such tactics, I think football has evolved from such tactics. Now you need to put your best foot forward to at least start on a good note. That alone will give a different morale or momentum to the other people who will come along. So I think he was supposed to start with experience and end with experience. So I think that was the only thing they could have done better in my own opinion. But it was a great performance and kudos to the Falcons.
All right. The last Africa Nations Cup they played, they lost out. So that was, and they had to settle for the third place. And also we have the emergence of it seems Morocco came to the World Cup this time also. And also one thing you do notice about the team is like those we need to give up to the Lagos. Now the NFF are still owing them allowance of 2021 in 2023. So it means like it's just what they wanted to just do, like it's just passion, the drive to give more to national team, because even I'm sure like the news have that they even had a very short camping period for them to go to this World Cup proper. So it means the expectation was very low. So I was even surprised when they played the first match was stalemate, and the second one they won. I was like, wow, it seems there's something more. Even without them getting the full support from NFF, they are still giving their all to it. And also we still need to work around football in Africa because wow. Like even those teams that qualified for the second round lost out. Like Morocco lost out 4-0 and Nigeria lost out to England at the second round. So we need to still do more and also project our female league and also female football in Africa to a better position. Because thank God for Asa Oshola, because that's going to be our third consecutive goal at the World Cup, because she scored in 2 previous tournament and also this tournament. But I believe we can still do more as a country and also as a nation, like always giving support to the female, not because they just want to come and play and go back to their respective club, but because they want to don that jersey and that flag and say, wow, they're representing Africa, they're representing Nigeria as a whole. And also maybe they will do better in the next tournament when they come against other teams like
to the NFF or NFA, whatever. They should look more into the female football, because it's like they are, neglecting their eyes off the female football, like neglecting them. The way they are rallying around the male football, they should also do that when it comes to female football. But these girls are really trying.